Have you ever stopped to think about what's in a name? Names are more than just words, they carry weight, history, and meaning. We rattle off state names without a second thought, like they're as obvious as a nose on a face. But have you ever wondered where these names come from, or what they signify? Each state name is a little time capsule, packed with stories, legends, and histories that have shaped the land we live on today. They whisper of explorers who charted unknown territories, kings who claimed lands from afar, vanished tribes whose names still echo, and dreamers chasing sunsets and new beginnings. To truly understand America, we have to start with the words written across its map. These names are the keys to unlocking the past and understanding the present. So take a road trip with me, not just across state lines, but through time itself. We'll journey through the eras and events that gave birth to these names. We're going to unpack these names, see how they reflect who we were, who we wanted to be, and maybe even who we are now. Each name is a reflection of identity, culture, and aspiration. It's more than just geography, folks. It's about identity forged in the crucible of history. These names are the result of countless stories, struggles, and triumphs. We'll find Spanish conquistadors chasing legends in the sunshine, leaving their mark on the land and its people. And English monarchs staking their claim from across an ocean, bringing with them their own names and histories. We'll hear echoes of languages that were here long before Jamestown or Plymouth Rock, languages that have shaped the names we use today. And through it all, we'll see how the very act of naming a place is an act of claiming it, of making it part of the American story. Each name is a chapter in the ongoing narrative of this nation. So buckle up, get ready for an adventure through time and space. This ain't your grandma's history lesson. This is a journey into the heart and soul of America, through the names that define it. This is about digging into the dirt beneath our feet and finding the soul of a nation, one state name at a time. Each name is a treasure waiting to be discovered, a story waiting to be told. Let's start with a couple of names that scream adventure: California and Florida. These two states are not just popular vacation spots today, but they have a rich history that dates back centuries, filled with tales of exploration, conquest, and mythical quests. Back in the 1500s, Spanish explorers weren't exactly known for their subtlety. They arrived in the New World with grand ambitions and even grander egos, driven by the promise of untold riches and eternal youth. They stomped around the New World looking for gold, glory, and maybe a magical fountain to keep them young forever. Their expeditions were often perilous, filled with challenges and unknown dangers, but the allure of legendary treasures kept them going. Florida got its name from Juan Ponce de Leon, who landed there around Easter, a time called Pascua Florida in Spanish. This name, meaning Feast of Flowers, was inspired by the lush, blooming landscape he encountered. It means Feast of Flowers, which is either ironic, considering Florida's mosquito population, or proof that Ponce de Leon really wanted to believe in that fountain of youth. His quest for this mythical fountain became one of the most enduring legends of the New World. California is even wilder. Its name comes from a Spanish romance novel published in 1510, about a mythical island ruled by Queen Calafia. This fictional paradise was depicted as a land of unimaginable wealth and beauty. It comes from a Spanish romance novel published in 1510, about a mythical island ruled by Queen Calafia. She was a powerful and majestic figure, embodying the spirit of adventure and conquest that the Spanish explorers admired. She and her warrior women supposedly had golden weapons and rode griffins. This fantastical imagery captured the imagination of the Spanish, who were eager to find such a wondrous place. The Spanish conquistadors, high on heatstroke and hope, thought they'd stumbled onto this mythical land. Spoiler alert, they didn't. Instead, they found a land that was both harsh and beautiful, filled with its own unique challenges and opportunities. But the name stuck, a testament to the power of wishful thinking. California, with its promise of endless possibilities, became a symbol of the American dream. These names aren't just about exploration, they're about conquest. They reflect the ambitions and desires of the European settlers who sought to impose their will on the New World. They show how Europeans imposed their language, their stories, their very worldview onto a land that was already inhabited. The impact of this cultural imposition is still felt today, as these names carry the weight of history and the legacy of colonialism. Florida and California, forever linked to sunshine and fantasy, carry a darker truth about colonialism's impact. These states, with their bright and alluring names, remind us of the complex and often painful history that shaped them. Now let's hop across the continent and a couple of centuries to the East Coast, where the echoes of British royalty still linger in the names of many states. Here we find a whole bunch of states named after British royalty, like a royal tea party thrown on a continental scale. The influence of the British crown is unmistakable. Georgia, founded in 1732, was named for King George II. This state was one of the last of the original 13 colonies to be established. He probably needed a pick-me-up after dealing with those pesky colonists, who were always causing trouble and demanding more autonomy. Virginia, one of the original 13 colonies, got its name way back in 1584. It was one of the earliest English settlements in the New World. It was dubbed Virginia in honor of Queen Elizabeth I, the Virgin Queen. Her reign was marked by the flourishing of English culture and the expansion of the British Empire. And then there's Maryland, sandwiched between Virginia and Pennsylvania, a state with its own unique royal connection. This one's named for Queen Henrietta Maria, wife of King Charles I. Her influence was significant in the early days of the colony. It's kind of sweet, in a patriarchal 17th century kind of way. Their legacy lives on in the name of the state. These names are a stark reminder that for a long time, America was just an extension of Europe. The cultural and political ties were deeply rooted. The colonists, even as they chafed under British rule, still clung to the familiar, the hierarchical, the royal. They were torn between their old loyalties and their new aspirations. It's like they were trying to recreate a little piece of England on the shores of a new world, blending the old with the new in a land of opportunity and challenge. But not all state names are European imports. Some whisper to us in languages that were here long before Columbus sailed the ocean blue. They're a poignant reminder of the people who called this land home for centuries before it was discovered. Take Texas, for example. It comes from the Caddo word Tasha, which means friends or allies. It's a beautiful name, full of warmth and welcome. Kentucky's name also has Native American roots, though its exact meaning is debated. Some say it comes from an Iroquois word meaning land of tomorrow, while others believe it's a Cherokee term for meadowland. These names are more than just linguistic artifacts. They offer a glimpse into a rich and complex history that's often ignored or erased. They remind us that the American story didn't begin with European arrival but with the cultures and communities that thrived here for millennia.